Welcome to Learning with Mo. In this tutorial, we'll learn how to use Power Pivot to merge three tables into one. In this particular case, what we want to do, we have our Financials 2023 table here. What I want to do is get the country from the sales rep table. So here's our sales rep. We do not have a column here for the country. If I click on the sales rep table, I can see that based on the sales rep, I can determine which country the transaction took place in. In similar fashion, I can get the name of the product based on the product ID. So I'll actually change this to product name. And I'm good to go. Right. I'll click on the table design tab. I want to make sure my tables are named properly. Power Pivot uses tables. So we want to make sure everything is named properly so that we can reference them. So the first thing we need to do is turn on Power Pivot. Notice that I have it turned on here. To turn Power Pivot on, you need to get to your Excel options. You can click on File and go to Options, or you can just right click on any of these tabs, click on Customize the ribbon. Once you're under the Excel options here, what you want to do is click on Add-ins and look for a COM add-in. So step 1, get to Excel options. Step 2, click on the add-ins. And then step 3, go ahead and change it to COM add-ins. Go ahead and press go. And we can see you'll be provided with this dialog box here. Just go ahead and check off Microsoft Power Pivot for Excel. And then go ahead and press OK. Once you do that, you'll see your Power Pivot tab showing up here on your ribbon. Okay, so now what I need to do, I need to go ahead and add these three tables into Power Pivot. So I'll click on this first table here. On my Power Pivot, I'm dealing with tables, so I'll simply go ahead and add all of my tables here to the data model. So I'll click on Add to Data Model. And we can see it's inserted that table for me into the model. Well, I'm not done yet, so I'll go ahead and minimize Power Pivot. I don't want to close it, I'll just minimize it here. I'll go ahead and add my second table. So just add to the data model. We can see down here in the bottom, here's the financials table, here's the sales rep table. So 2 down, 1 to go. I'll minimize it again. I'll go ahead and add the products. So here we go. I have my three tables. I have financials, I have sales rep, and I have products as well. Well, I do want to focus on the financials table. So I do want to go ahead and create relationships between these tables. So what I want to do is I want to exit the data view. I want to head on over to the diagram view. So I'll click here. And basically this is just showing me the different tables. And what I can do is create relationships between these tables. Now I'm just moving these around. This doesn't really affect the structure. This is just for allowing me to view the financials table, which is the main table here. So what I want to do is I need to go ahead and create relationships between these tables. So from the products table, I can see that I have a field in common here. So notice I have the product ID on both of those tables. For my sales rep, I can see that I have the sales rep here as well. So what I can do is create relationships. To do that, I'm going to drag the sales rep from the sales rep table, connect it to the sales rep to the Financials 2023. And there we go. So I've created a relationship. This is a one-to-many relationship. There's only one instance of a particular sales rep on the sales rep table, but many instances on the Financials 2023. I'll go ahead and drag the product ID to product ID. And here are my two relationships. So this is the key to be able to merge different tables. We have to create relationships, aka a field that they have in common. Now that I've done this, I can go back to the data view. So I'll click here and exit the diagram view. And now I can start building my columns. So here we go. So over here I can see I have the first empty column. I want to go ahead and add a column. So to do that, I'll use what's called a DAX expression, or a data analysis expression. So I'll click on the first empty cell here in that column. In the formula bar, I'll use what's called the related function. So this is a data analysis expression. It uses common language. So once I activate that function, it's asking me which one of the columns do I want to return from which table. Well, I'll go ahead and grab the country first based on the sales rep. I'll go ahead and close my parentheses and I'll press enter. And we can see it's already returning the countries based on the sales rep. So Germany, we have B. Cohen is representing Germany. I'll go ahead and rename that column and I'll just call this country. So I'm good to go. I'll go ahead and add my second column. This one will be for the product name. So I'll go ahead and enter the related function here again as well. So this time I want the product name. So I can double click on it or press the tab key. I'll press tab. It inserts it for me. I'll close my parentheses. I'll press enter. And so we can see it's returning the name of the product based on the product ID. I'll go ahead and rename this as well. I'll just call this product name. And I'm good to go. Now I can move these if I want to. So if I wanted to go ahead and move this column, I can go ahead and move this over to the left, maybe right next to my sales rep. And I can also move the product name column, maybe right next to my product ID. So that's pretty cool. We cannot do that in Excel. Okay, 2 down, 1 to go. I'll go ahead and add one more column. This one will be for the commission. So for this one, I want it to be 8% of sales. So I'll click on the sales here and I'll multiply it by 0.08. I'm using 0.08, doesn't like the percentage sign in the formula. So I'll just express it as a decimal. I'll go ahead and press enter. And we can see it's calculating all of the different commissions in here as well. Pretty nice commission there. I'll go ahead and double click and I'll just name this column as commission. And I'm good to go. So after inserting those 3 tables, creating relationships, and then expanding our Financials 2023 report, it's time to go ahead and insert a pivot table from this report here. So I'll go ahead and click on pivot table. I do want to place it on a new worksheet. I'll go ahead and press OK. I'll go ahead and zoom in just a little bit here. So here's our pivot table. Now if I click on the Financials 2023, I can see that I have all of the columns that I need. So maybe I want to focus on the gross sales by, let's say, by country and product name. So there we go. We can get our details right here. I'll just change this to the accounting format. I'm good to go. Maybe I'll put the country and the columns instead. And now we have a nice little grid. So we can analyze our data now that we've pulled those different tables here into the data model. So I can be very, very specific. I can say for the Paseo product, we had sales in Canada of 6.196 million as well. So that is the benefit of working with Power Pivot. I'll go ahead and remove the country. Now we can just focus on the actual gross sales based on the product as well.